Never been married. I've been engaged 4 times. And I never walked down the aisle because it turned out that they were just little boys. You know, one was a mama's boy. The other one turned mean. No, he wasn't abusive to me. He was just negative. I live, child. I enjoy my success. You know, I'm laid back. You know, the big house, big car. It was all I wanted, so I got it. You dream it, you can get it. So I got it. But anyway, so here we are. We're both young. He's beautiful. He's handsome. I'm cute. No, I'm cute. Rich, famous, bitch. I love myself. Anyway. So we all of that, black couple, you know, I'm with black men. But anyway, so listen to me. Here's the example of some shit you got to get out of your life. Now, I walk in joy. Y'all looking at me. I love life. I love trees. I can name every tree out there. Every flower, every blade of grass, every grain of sand. I love life. I love being alive. When you spend 33 years under the covers in dark room, you don't fuck around when you get free. You live. Ah, oh, God, you live. Here's the example of why I had to get rid of him. We're driving down the car, driving down a big car. Life is great. And I come up on an Australian tree that I know is extinct. But it blooms pink. They're a fucking pink tree. Of course I'm going to acknowledge it. So we're driving and I go, oh, that's a pretty tree. Him. You say that about every tree. I was like, well, nigga, you gotta go.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. It is a new day. We thank the good Lord it's a new day. Thank God it is a new day. So good to see you again. Thanks for stopping by again. I'm all that, but I don't have a man. That's the focus of the topic today. Do you know who this is? That is the famous Jennifer Lewis. I don't really follow her, but someone has sent me this video, say, hey, WJ, let's react to this, amongst other videos that we'll be playing today. So that's the focus today. I am all that, but I don't have a man. Let me just say, I think, to be realistic, not everybody wants a man, and not everybody wants a woman, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with being single. Singleness is not a disease. I remember this older wise man telling me it's better to be single than to be in a relationship married and trying to be single again. So not everybody's called into having a relationship that ultimately gets into marriage and then you build a family and all of that. So this is why I think it's key for everybody to really know who you are, what you want. I know some people are in relationships today, not because they want to, but because others told them to get into relationships. And it never worked out. Well, in this lady's case, Jennifer, she was engaged 4 times. Never walked down the aisle. Now, there comes a time where you got to look in the mirror, I guess, and try to determine who really is the common denominator here. Or it may just be she doesn't want a man. She just doesn't know how to be with one, or just does not want one, or just doesn't want a man. I don't know. You know what it reminds me of before we go into the next video? There was this guy. I'm going to tell a story. Oh, by the way, before I go to this particular story, let me just remind you, there was a story that I told in reference to knowing yourself and don't let others push you into relationships. There was a story I told in a video, husbands, wives to be. Who are you talking to? I'll put it up here on the link somewhere. You can watch it. There was this gentleman. He was into heavier set ladies, chubby ladies. That's what he liked. But in his circle of friends, they liked skinny, the slender, slim looking type women. Long story short, they found him one. Basically, that's what happened. They found him one, got engaged, got married, never worked out because that's not what he wanted. That's not who he is. I'm only saying that to say and to validate the fact that you have to know yourself. I don't know what Jennifer Lewis's story is in detail, so I can't really speak to that. She may just not want anybody. But for those that want, if you get into this circle of events, recurring events, you pick them up, you get dropped, pick them up. I think it's time you settle down a little bit and just kind of look in the mirror a little bit. Because I've had that too in my circle, a guy who, when we went out on with the brothers hanging out, he's been married. Because this can go both ways. This is not just a woman problem. This is also a man problem. We went out and he comes saying, hey, he's on his third marriage, right? And it's not working out. Oh, this women ain't whatever, the S word. This women ain't. We call the brother, we say, bro, I think it's time you just stop all of that, look in the mirror, and let's see who the problem is. I think you are the problem, bro. But let's go to this next video and see what this lady's saying to other ladies. If that's the reason why some of them don't have a man, I don't know. It's a woman talking to other women. So let's listen to this. And please put your comments in the comment section below. Let's go.
Majority of women are absolutely delusional.
Oh,
They are.
How so?
But why? Oh,
Yeah.
well, they're delusional because they believe that there's this special man specifically for them
Yes.
that will worship the ground that she walk on for eternity and not see any other woman besides her and not have any sexual desire for another woman outside of her and give her all of his money and all of his attention to her
In time.
in time.
Yeah.
And she believes that the older she gets, the more opportunity that she's going to face. You know why? Because she does not understand men.
wow. What do you think about that? Now, that was a heavy word, delusional. I don't know if I want to repeat that. I'll let her say it. Now, let me just say, I hear what she's saying. I see what she's saying. But I think that probably applies to someone who is still looking. When somebody's just still looking, I think that's where that applies. When you haven't found the one. Now, when you are in a committed, exclusive relationship with someone, I think it's okay to want that. I think it's okay to get that, where you are the only one they are committed to. And that's how it should be. That's my belief. When you find that one, when you're still looking, when people are still looking, you finding that one and you waiting to be found. It may be hard for somebody to just, as long as there's no commitment there, to just be focused on you. It could be hard. But as long as there's that understanding of exclusivity and you're committed to the relationship and it's known, I think it's okay to want that. I don't see anything wrong because you now need to be committed to your relationship. I'm going to say this real quick and then we'll go to the last video, which I think is quite interesting. Do not leave. One thing I just want to add to that is, I don't know if you've heard it before. I know some of you have, because we got a lot of wise people in this channel, and I thank you so much for your support. Have you heard this before? Where they say a man, any man, can love 1,000 women 1,000 ways. Any man can love 1,000 women 1,000 ways. But it takes a special kind of man to love one woman 1,000 ways. Now, that applies when you have now found or have been found by that one. Then yes. But up until then, it's going to be challenging. It will be challenging for somebody to focus on you when there is no understanding of exclusivity and commitment. Well, let's go to this next video. Maybe it'll help answer that question. I'm all that. I'm a woman. I like this type of men. And I need them to see me, approach me, and take me to the altar. If that's your goal. Well, let's watch and see what happens here. Please put your comments in the comment section below. This is our world. And we got to make it better. Let's go.
Please make it make sense. Why do guys that I'm interested in end up not wanting to pursue me?
Because they are the same guys that everyone is interested in.
And then guys that I'm not interested in pursue me and pursue me hard and do not give up.
Because
I thought that was funny. The guys that I do not want, they pursue me so hard, excuse me, and do not give up. Why would they give up? When all you've got is what you've got. And you got to do all you can to get what you can. Well, it appears there's some type of analysis going on to hopefully help answer her question. So we're going to listen to that and just let that rip, okay? Let's go. Let me just rewind that back again. Let's hear that all over again. I thought that was funny. Let's go. This guy, I don't want these guys, but they keep chasing after me, and they go hard. They don't have a choice. Hey, before I just hit play, maybe that's why because it appears that women, most of this women, this doesn't apply to all women, but those that it applies to, they all want the same type of man. Like, why do you all want the same type of men? Everything is all the same. 6 feet tall, dark, handsome, rich, blah, blah. Hey, one guy cannot be exclusive with all y'all. Okay? So we gotta be, you gotta let some of these guys you don't really want, you gotta give them some room. And let it just be. Anyway, let's just go.
Please make it make sense. Why do guys that I'm interested in end up not wanting to pursue me?
because they are the same guys that everyone is interested in.
And then guys that I'm not interested in pursue me and pursue me hard and do not give up.
Because those are the guys that nobody is interested in.
Please make it make sense.
Okay. Human beings are born with a sense of fairness. We like to think that the universe is fair and everything evens out, but it's not and it doesn't. We think that things work a certain way, but it's actually just a feeling that we need to have. Otherwise, life would be a nightmare. We like to believe that there is someone out there for everyone, but in reality, it's only a few guys that are attractive to all the girls. The rest of these guys are practically invisible until they do something extra and then you notice them. In other words, they have to make up for their lack of attractiveness by being extra nice. That means that all women dream of being with just a few exciting men, so there's not enough to go around. So if we match 1-to-1, that means that most women will never get what they're looking for. This used to work better because women kind of had to get married when they had less power, so most people would match 1-to-1. But now that you have your own money, we don't match 1-to-1 anymore. We threw all those rules out the window, and now everything is a mess. Because women are no longer marrying who they must, and instead they are pursuing who they want, and it's all the same few guys. Let's say this is you. This is the guy that you're looking for, and he isn't interested in committing because he's got all the attention he can handle, and so does he. And here is the guy who's looking for you, and you're not interested in him, and neither is anyone else, except maybe her, but then he doesn't want to commit to her either. To make matters worse, dating apps give people the illusion of more options than they really have. So when you say,
Please make it make sense.
that is your brain trying to believe that people naturally pair off with someone at their own level. But that's not how nature works. Nature makes all the women want these few men, and then these men want these women who are not interested because they want Prince Charming, although Prince Charming is busy. And then these girls way down here are pursuing these guys who don't want to be seen with them. People love to forget that we are nature, we are animals, and we have a lower biological nature. And nature doesn't say, I should pick someone appropriate for me. Nature says I should get the best I possibly can, which creates a market. This website on walrus reproduction says that one male is shared by 23 females. At certain points in our history, 17 women reproduced for every one man, and throughout all of history, only 40% of men reproduce compared to almost 90% of women. So this is not new. It's just what male mammals do when nothing stops them. And if you want to go back to everyone matching one by one, then you have to go back to the rules that made it happen. But you said you didn't like those. So the reason that people no longer pair up one by one is that sexual freedom makes society collapse. This guy wrote a book about it, and just look at him. He tried to warn you. Here, I know none of you are going to read this. The whole of human history does not contain a single instance of a group becoming civilized unless it has been absolutely monogamous, nor is there any example of a group retaining its culture after it has adopted less rigorous customs. So the reason the guys you like don't like you, and the other way around, is because that's what people do when you let them.
Wow. Now my brains are now we got to use mathematical, statistical analysis to. Well, you know, the only thing that just came to my mind, and I'm an advocate for loyalty. You must be faithful in your relationship, your committed relationship. If you're married, stay to that one person, love each other 1,000 ways over. Okay, I'm a fan of that. However, I'm listening to this, and I'm saying this might just be the reason why. It's almost like these women that fall into that category are the ones making it almost like a pressure or a gateway, easy gateway for some of these men to be unfaithful because, or just not even, let me not even say faithful, unfaithful. They're just not settling down because they just have too many options. Because I've heard that so many times, talking to different men that are looking. Say, oh, by the time I look at this one and then I see another one, I say, whoa. You just got to zone in on the one that you are connected with. Once you meet that person, once you feel that connection, just go for it. There's always going to be somebody more beautiful out there. There's always going to be somebody more handsome out there. But that's not what it's about. It's way beyond optics. So you just got to focus your mind on who am I connected with? What am I trying to say? I'm all that, but I don't have a man. If you don't really want to be with a man, if you don't want to be with a woman, it's okay. That doesn't even apply to you. There's nothing wrong with being single. Singleness is not a disease, okay? It's nothing wrong with that. Don't let the society make you feel like if you're single and you really want to be single, there's something wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. It's always better to be single, getting married, and trying to be single again. However, for some who really want to be in a relationship, my only last 2 cents before we shut this down is maybe we need to not lower your standards, no. But maybe we might need to lower and diversify our optics standards. Because you always have to remember, cute, beautiful, lots of muscles today may not mean that in 5 years. People change. Those will change. The character, though, is who they are. So if you see somebody and you really want to be in a relationship and they're a good person, whether it's a man or a woman, may not fit all of your optics stats, because the reality is even you are not 100% to that person, whomever they are. No one is 100%. No one's got it all. Get the most of what you want. Don't lower your standards. Don't lower your boundaries. But diversify and make some room for your optic standards. You may not get all you want in optics, but it's okay. It gets better as the years go by. Thanks for stopping by again. It's me again, WJ, on our channel, One Life, Many Seasons. Please put your comments in the comment section below. I'd like to know what you think. I'll be coming back with more pieces, and you know how we like to close it out. We just like to remind ourselves that we always remember we got one life with many seasons, so let's make the best of it. God bless you, and now that you are happy, go out there and make somebody else happy. I'll see you soon. You take care now. Bye for now.